Stand, it's all going off like a bottle of pop. Xander's still live doing the transfer deadline day show. That's going to be live on the United Stand all the way through till 11 o'clock. But we will be doing separate videos at the same time, breaking the news to you. And AMAD TRAORE to Manchester United is a deal that I must admit I didn't expect this was going to happen today. If you've been following the United Stand over the summer, this was a deal that we were definitely talking about a week ago. I think it was a couple of weeks ago. Phil Brown at Malikins on Twitter was suggesting that this was a deal that United would definitely working on. Sort of got ridiculed a bit. What about that? What about that? Because Romano came out and said that he was going to Parma. AMAD TRAORE was going to Parma. Well, it now turns out on this transfer deadline day that Manchester United are about to buy AMAD TRAORE from Atalanta. The deal to Parma has collapsed, and that could be to Manchester United's benefit because it is a player that United have been looking at and scouted, and it is a player that is not a Brexit FC player, and he is a player that is, he's got a lot of talent. He's 2-footed, very skillful player, very highly thought of, but definitely a prospect and not somebody who's going to come in and replace the shambles that is the Jadon Sancho deal. So I must just say that to start off with, this is another Manchester United young player prospect, and I must say as well, we've been doing this for a few years now. Where are these young prospects that we've been buying from across Europe for 3-4 years? Where are they? Mason Greenwood is from the youth setup at Manchester United. So is Marcus Rashford. So is Brandon Williams. Where are these young players that we buy from abroad coming through into the first team? Because we should have some coming through from now. So hopefully AMAD TRAORE can be that. Look, he's only played 3 games for Atalanta. He's not an established star. He's not an 18-year-old that like a Rooney or someone like that has been playing for ages for his first team. He's a prospect, and he's a very welcome prospect to Manchester United, and I would certainly welcome him to come to the club, but he is not a player that is a replacement for Jadon Sancho. He's not an alternative to Jadon Sancho, and neither would be Palestri if that is still on from Uruguay. United are desperately chucking themselves around, and Fabrizio Romano has said that AMAD TRAORE will join Manchester United next January. Here we go. Deal agreed right now with Atalanta, but the young talent born in 2002 will arrive in 2021 because of a work permit and passport timings. United will pay 30 million euros plus add-ons for him. So it's not even a cheap deal. It's an expensive deal. And you've got to say this. Manchester United, the shambles of this transfer window just descends into deeper. We've been arguing about buying Telles for 15 million. We've been arguing about paying a fair price for Jadon Sancho. We've just gone and spent 25 million pounds on an 18-year-old who's played 3 games for Atalanta. And I welcome him to the club, and he's an exciting talent, but he's not going to help Ole Gunnar Solskjaer in October, November and December. And he's not going to go straight into the team in January. This is a player that is miles off playing for us, quite literally, because he's not going to be here till January. And this season that we were meant to be building on from last season, it just descends into anarchy. It's amazing. And I'm amazed by the money that we've spent as well. I'm amazed by the money that we've spent on this player, that he's not going to come till January. And we found 25 million pounds to go and buy an 18-year-old who's played 3 games. I applaud the scouting. I've been wanting this at Manchester United for a long time. European scouting network, bringing in good players. And he is a good player. He's a good prospect. He's an exciting prospect. But 25 million pounds on a player that's not going to play for us till January is a farce. And again, it's desperate because he was going to Parma and it's collapsed. So we've jumped in. And the scary thing is he was going to go on loan to Parma. He was going on loan to Parma. And now we're going to give him 25 million pounds for a player we're not going to get till January. It's a farce. It's an absolute. This transfer window is a farce. I'm sure we're going to see a lot of this sort of stuff going on for the rest of the day. I think that's without question that we're going to see that. But look, the Sancho deal, I've got to say, is looking extremely unlikely. Everybody's saying that. We will one day understand the truth about this deal as to why United have got so close to it, and I never think we will get Jadon Sancho now, and that is going to take me a little bit of time to digest. I never thought I was going to be saying those words. I really didn't think Manchester United would get this close to this deal and mess it up, and they clearly are going to do that. So we are not going to get one of the world's best players at 20 years of age. And I don't think we will ever get him now. I think it will go down as every other deal that we've messed up in the past. So, yeah, I am raw. I have got the green screen, but Xander is live at the moment with the transfer all day stream. And then what we're going to do is going to be reacting to some of the breaking news as it happens. So a done deal. AMAD TRAORE to Manchester United is a done deal. And he is 18 years of age. He is a highly exciting talent. Atalanta, Ivorian Coast nationality, will join Manchester United in January for £25 million plus add-ons. So he's not. No, I can tell you this anyway. He was never an alternative to Jadon Sancho. He was an Jadon Sancho. He could well be the next Jadon Sancho. I'm not going to dispute that. He could well be the next great right winger. That hopefully is what we're getting. I think he's well scouted. It's not. I've seen some people saying United have plucked this out of thin air on the transfer deadline day, that they've mixed up the names of Adama and AMAD. All these jokes are fully justified against the club that is a shambles. But in fairness, this is a deal we've been speaking about on this channel for a couple of weeks. In fact, we were talking about it being a close deal a week ago, and then he was going to Parma. So United have scouted this player. United do deserve, the scouting network, whoever's behind this deserves some recognition, because I think it is a good deal in that sense. The problem is it's a good deal on a day where we're at probably our lowest point as a football club. We are an embarrassment. We are a shambles. And it's a sad day for Manchester United. So, look, I hope AMAD TRAORE comes to this club and becomes a United legend. I really hope that. But it's a drop in the ocean of despair today. It really is. And I would question where we've got this 25 million quid from. Are we now using the funds from Jadon Sancho to, elsewhere, which is, again, an acceptance that we will never go back for him if we're using those funds, which we may well be doing. I think that's a really important point. If we are now using the funds from Jadon Sancho, then it shows you that those funds will never be used. Not now, not next week, not in January, not next summer. The Sancho deal will be what I always said. It was going to be now or never. The opportunity was there. He was there to be bought. He wanted to come. He was our priority. And yet again, these owners and Ed Woodward, and I will use that word because he is the CEO, have disgraced the football club again. So there we go. That's where we are at with it. Will there be a centre-back, says Chowdhury? Well, look, we didn't know AMAD TRAORE was coming this morning, so things can still happen. Of course they can. And I expect, there's talk that Kingsley Coman could come in on loan. And to be honest with you, I wouldn't say no to that. It was something I would have said a long time ago a no to. But it's just a very confusing situation for Manchester United at the moment. Look, as somebody just said there on Twitter, £30 million for an 18-year-old who hasn't even clocked in half an hour of football, that we won't even get till January. I'm sat here in my online class having a mental breakdown. Exactly. Surely we're going to get a proper right winger who actually can start with us before January. And, Mission Sancho, I think, is, even I would say is over. It is a shambles at Manchester United. But I don't blame the king. I don't blame the king. I'm calling him the king already. He's hardly played for us. He's not played for us. I don't blame the kid, AMAD TRAORE. I think he is a signing that is interesting. The timing of it, as with United, is absolutely stunning. Really is stunning. The timing of it, I can't deny that. And obviously, look, I'm very, very disappointed. I was very invested, like many people, in the Jadon Sancho deal. I know a lot of people who, I've got direct messages from people I really respect, and they're just saying, stuff I can't really repeat. I can't really repeat it. They're saying the same sort of thing as well. So it is massively disappointing. But look, AMAD TRAORE will join Manchester United in January. £25 million deal for an 18-year-old who's hardly played any games. United have got a deal in the bag there. And we will see what happens with that in the future. He's definitely one for the future, isn't he? that's all I can add around that. Please subscribe to the channel if you're new, by the way. Bottom right-hand corner, we've got 27,000 people watching. If you go back to the homepage, our transfer deadline show is still live, and it will be live all day. I was just going to try and get some lunch while Xander was doing it, but he's got 21,000 people watching on there. So I'm going to jump on there and carry on the conversation. But this is just our reaction to AMAD TRAORE deal done to Manchester United. I will jump on now with Xander and have a bit of a chat with him on the transfer deadline day stream. So what we're doing is we've got a full transfer deadline day stream all day, live all day. And then any of the confirmed deals, we'll just do quick reactions like this. So make sure you subscribe if you're new, bottom right-hand corner to do that. I'm going to jump on the transfer deadline day, or jump back on the transfer deadline day stream now. So I'll see you on there in a mo.